Yeah. Hello, everybody. My name is Ed. I'm in my armchair, and the smoking lamp is lit. And guess what I'm smoking today? My new favorite pipe. Just got this guy. It is a limited edition Peterson Carroll of Carrollton. They only made 245 of these, so limited edition. I had to get one. So I have 218 out of 245. And this is a neat little pipe. Emphasis on little. Take a look at this. It's a longer pipe, about 7 inches. But look how little it is. This is a Bing's favorite. Long. But look at the size difference. You know what I mean? Incredible. This is also a multi-purpose pipe. In the old days, meaning any time before now, if I just wanted a quick little smoke, a lot of times just kind of go sitting outside. What I used to have is I smoke cigars. I have a humidor. But I would have these little, I would mainly get Macanudo, the little cigarellos. And I don't have any now to show you. But a nice little quick smoke. I got this guy, and this is perfect. Right now I'm smoking Peterson's Deluxe Navy Rolls, and it's a coin tobacco. It fits one coin. Actually, not quite one coin. Had a little extra. Perfect for if you want to have a little smoke. And that also means I have a few of these. I got this little guy here. No, I'm sorry. I should have checked this first. This is a Blakemore Polo. And then these two little guys. These are both, I'm going to put this guy down. These are both Dunhills, but eBay finds. Very small. Little guy here. This one I got actually relatively cheap because it was a burnout out the side. And I used cane rods, pipe mortar off to the side. And it's holding up very, very well. And it's been maybe a year now, not quite, that I did that. And then this guy here. All these nice little pipes. So multi-purpose in, yes, if you want to have a quick smoke, it is nice. Especially, again, in summer, to sit out on the patio, just want to get out a little bit. Quick smoke. But the other thing these are great for, and I mean great for, as you know, you may not know, you may know. For the most part, I like milder tobaccos, especially when it comes to the nicotine. Now, I have really started with just mild only, then maybe mild to medium. And I've progressed through a lot to some of the people on the YTPC that have gotten me some other tobaccos to try. Steve Coddington sent me a bunch last year. that a lot of them were a little bit too strong, and I'm trying them again. And he said, well, just wait a little bit. So now I really think I'm at the medium stage without really a problem. And occasionally, like deluxe Navy rolls, I have some nightcap here, which would have been way too much for me. Smoke a little bowl like this. It's a neat thing, you know. You don't have to have 4 or 5, or because I have a few others too. But they're a nice little way, I guess, to build up your tolerance, but actually to taste and smoke some of those stronger blends. It allows you to not have that much of the nicotine. So I like it. And this definitely works out to be a nice tester for stuff that is listed as stronger. But it's just enjoyable. Nightcap, to really be dumb, and I am dumb on this. For some reason, I had nightcap. Well, I got a whole chin of nightcap. And it's like, it's great. For me, it worked out to be a palate cleanser. And I actually took it a little bit bigger bowls than this. If I make it through that, it's amazing how other stuff works really well. So now if I really just feel like, I gotta kind of rejuvenate my taste buds or whatever, I now have the nightcap, to try. Something to think about. Because, we're always into the thinking here. So anyhow, I'll get back to you in just a second. So anyway, I'm going to do a VR. This is a new presenter. He's actually new to smoking. I was one of his first subs. And I hate to say it, I forget who recommended him, but I'm glad he did. It's the Saltwater Piper, Johnny. And he is already at 100 subs and is having a little gall. And, I'm kind of wary about this because this gall, all you have to do on the VR is just say, I'm in. So I was kind of suspicious, that's it. No have big questions to ask, no stories I have to tell. I think there's a little something rotten in Denmark. Now, Denmark, is a little place in New England. And then I realized he's from New York. Okay. I'm not falling for it. He has a New York accent, kind of gets away. So I'm not sure what's going on there. So I'm not sure what he's trying to do. I think it's a trick. He wants us to say, I'm in, but maybe he knows that I know that it's a trick. And he really wants me to not be in. He knows that I know, but he knows that I know, and I know that he knows. So I have to think about it. And I'm not here to think today. But I'm just going to take the bait and say, Johnny, I'm in. And that's my story. And I'm sticking to it. Know what I mean? The title of this video or major production is called Smoke Rings. I just tried smoke rings. Kinda. Okay. Again, I'm still kinda, hate to say it, I'm getting a little bit used to the currents, air currents around here for smoking smoke rings. But I'm going to tell you about two people that did great smoke rings. First is a guy named Danny. We used to play poker with a long time ago. Poker games, and really pretty much a lot of times when I'm have people around, even just one person, we usually smoke cigars. I don't smoke my pipe and somebody just, when somebody else is not smoking or whatever. So we'll get out some cigars. And I do believe that cigar smoke is just really good for smoke rings. But we had this one guy who was the best. Because he wouldn't have a smoke ring. And I tried, and I think you've seen a couple times when semi-successful. Blow a smoke ring. Once it got a little big, he would have a smaller smoke ring go right through the middle of it. But he could do that almost every time. It was so great. So I wanted to tell you about him. Now, the reason this came up is I'm also usually trying to blow smoke rings at the beginning of my videos and stuff. Last video I did, I was completely unsuccessful at getting some smoke rings. And normally what happens when I do a video, I have a pipe, and have my video, do everything, and usually the pipe I still have a fair amount in, so I've quit recording, but I'll just sit here and finish off my pipe. And so, unfortunately, and you're just going to have to believe me, and look at this, guys. Can you see that my eyes had just pure honesty? So you have to believe what I say. I was just sitting there, not recording, and I blew, for me, the best smoke ring I think I've ever done. It was huge, but it really had a very defined ring. And it just happened. And it's like, wow. Okay, I like it. I wasn't trying to blow if nothing went through it. I just saw that at first really out of the corner of my eyes and just looking at it, I was like, oh, this was great. I mean, it was big enough it could have choked me. It was that big and thick. And that reminded me of Danny, but it also reminded me of the second person. This was my dad. And as a kid, for the most part, he was smoking cigars. Smoked every night at home and on a lot of business trips. He always took the cigars with him. But as a kid, before the days of having a den, we had a living room. That's where our television was. Me and my sisters would be watching television. My dad would be in his armchair, smoking his cigar. And I do not remember if me or my sisters would say, oh, go both smoke rings. I don't remember if we did that. We probably did. But he would just be smoking a cigar, not paying attention to us, not doing anything, and just blow these smoke rings constantly. And I still have that memory. And it's so cool. And yes, he would also blow one inside of a bigger one, which takes a little talent because you got to have two different types. But mainly what he did was just smoke ring after smoke ring after smoke ring, about maybe 3 or 4 just from one, you know, of his drag of his pipe, if you will. Um, and then he'd do it again. And, sometimes when you think about stuff like that, it's like, it is truly sometimes the little things that just you remember in life. My dad's blowing smoke rings, and he did it all the time. Still did it with his pipes, but I'm really thinking about when I was a kid, just in the living room, and he'd be just blowing smoke rings, just cuz. Anyway, hey, sorry, little reminiscing, but 2 weeks ago, as I said, I had a great smoke ring, and so I thought of these two guys. So I thought I'd let you know. Anyway, that's it for now. Remember, press like, subscribe, so that I knows out there. And of course, if you don't like, you're not going to get to heaven. And, that's all I can say on that. So may your smoking lamp always be lit. And take care out there.